What is going on, you dead set legends? And welcome to the Ready Bang, the #1 awards ceremony show in the world. I'm your host, the Aussie Arm Wrestler, and I hope you are having a cracking start to 2026. I hope everything in these first 19 or 20 days, wherever you are around the world, has just been magnificent, has just been stupendous, and it's just been awesome. And you're just enjoying everything that is going on in the world of arm wrestling. I mean, if you don't know, now you know. Brian Shaw, Leonidas Arcona, Jake Aussie what's his name? Nostradamus, Jake Nostradamus did a poll the other day. And then suddenly the match has been made. I don't want to be that guy, but I am that guy. What is happening? We have now seen, before we say hi to everyone, that the Arm Wrestling Awards for 2025 have come in. I do miss doing my Arm Wrestling Awards with Uncle John. We did it for 3 years, I think. 3 or 4 years. And it was a lot of fun, and we put a lot of effort into it. So, it's good to see another someone else doing Arm Wrestling Awards, and that becomes EvW Sports that are doing it, and they've got a couple of categories up their sleeve. So we're going to go through. They've even got the nominees. So tell me what your favorite category is. Tell me what you think of it. Tell me who you think should win all the categories, because I will I will make my nominations live. I'll share the screen with you. I'll tell you exactly who is going to win. So I think there's 5 or 6 categories. I'll just double check. I had everything looking good and looking sharp, and then I didn't. So I'll just go to this. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got Arm Wrestler of the Year, Match of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Moment of the Year, Athlete Video of the Year, News Media of the Year, and Fan Favorite 2025 in the year. So there are your categories. Give us some winners. Let's say g'day to everyone here. The lucky ones. Says the fact that you were snubbed is the worst thing. Look, with that, I don't see myself as news media, and we'll talk about that category later. I would probably be the best podcast going around to do with EvW. I'd imagine everyone in that category, or just about everyone, I'd imagine it's just, here's what happened on my podcast or EvW's podcast, rehashed, voiceover, and there it is. So we'll go to that a little bit later on. I'm definitely not bothered there. I don't really want to be seen as a news channel. I'd rather, a commentator that interviews the athletes and things like that. I mean, it could come under the media category, but anyway, we'll get to that. Moises with the Ready Bang. The Drew with his eyes on, just hanging and banging. We got a Ready Bang from the Armenian one. Ahoy, chums. Ahoy, hoy, chums, says Mr. Paul. Bodie Outdoors says Aussie wins. The Chip is asking how I am. Well, doing fantastic as always, Chip. How are you? Atlantis IRL says, what's up, gents? and Lucky. What's going on, Benji Mac? Yeah. Only a few years today. You must be busy. What up, crazy Uncle Jim? Yeah. Oh, we'll get to that a little bit later. But I'm not. I'll take from this. I'll take from that. I'll take from that, and call. The news report on things. I just talk to the athletes. Nugo Chikadze, Vitaly Laletin should be on the show next week. But I just wanted to have fun with all this, including a Ready Bang. So I'll have to let me just get to my share screen because we can go through it. I'm getting pissed today. It's MLK Day here in the States, so I'm off to work. Hope all is well down under. Everything is amazing down under. I could be having, outside of arm wrestling, one of the best 48 hours of my life, starting when this show finishes, and I can't wait. Good morning, Jake. Both streams working good. Yeah, I've tried this new thing, and it says to stream as a short and stream as this, so I'm giving it a go. Not sure how I like it, but I guess that is all up to you guys. Okay. Do you guys have a favorite category? Is there something that you think is most controversial? Should we make some rules? So if you don't know, the way it's going to work is the fans will get to vote. I'll do my vote. Fans will vote. But then there's a panel of 4 people from the EvW staffing team. I know Ray's one. I know Robbie B's one, Robbie Baxter. And I think it's Shanaza and I think a guy named Ivan. But yeah, so yeah, there is. So people can watch it on the go. I don't know if it'll make any difference. I'm not too sure, but that's up to you. I really don't know. So, is there a favorite category? Is there a category you would like to be added into it? If you're watching this now and you're watching this later on, let me know. So I'm going to share my screen. Let's chuck it up on the stage. I've got an old background going on from my other sports. No, that's not it. That's an overlay. Where are my backgrounds? Oh, here we go. Let's have this one. Okay. Come on, I've got to find a happy medium. All right, let's go with this one. After all that. Okay, so Arm Wrestling Awards. Looks cool, and I like it. Voting ends. You got 5 days. Have a bit of this. In my opinion, this is just all a bit of fun. So, Arm Wrestler of the Year, recognising the athlete who showed absolute dominance, technical mastery, and a relentless will to win throughout the 2025 season. So there are your 7 nominees. You got Barbora, photo of her with her eyes closed, Levan Saganishvili, Oleg Petrenko, Mindiga, Vitali, Devon, and Duddy Khan. So let me know. So let me go through this. So Barbora in 2025 had 1 match. She beat Gabby on the left arm and became the left arm open weight champion. Levan had 1 match in 2025, went 4-0 against Erdemes. Oleg Petrenko had 2 left arm matches and he went 4-0 Bekili on the left, 4-0 Nugo on the right. Minda had 4 matches in 2025. He beat Giannis on the right 3-2, Daniil Ustinov 3-0, Huntonov 3-0 on the left, and Daniel Prokopchik 3-0 on the right. Vitali had 2 matches, which included winning the super heavyweight world title on the left. beat Morozov 4-0 in January, and then Jerry Caderet later on in the year. Beat Morozov 4-2, then beat Jerry 4-0. Devon had 5 matches in 2025. 4-1 Gennady right, 3-0 Corey left. He beat Alex twice on the left and Alex on the right. Then the last nominee, David Dadakan, had 2 matches. He had 3-0 Alex on the left and 3-0 Camille on the left as well. So for me, there's 3 honourable mentions if we're including athletes with only 1 or 2 matches. Todd Hutchings went 2-1 this year. He beat Irakli twice and then pulled up a level and lost to Dave Chafee. Dave Chafee, I'd probably get in there for athlete of the year because he went 2-0, including winning the world title. And Oleg Zok as well. He went 2-0, both on the left arm. So what does everyone... Let me scroll up. Houdini Sports. Ready, bang. Get rid of the news vote. The new news one and the video one, very smart having them in. Very smart having them in. And I'll explain why when we get to that category. My man, Philip Larson, just recovering from injury. We'll be speaking about him later on in the program, about the rookie of the year, Barbara. Is Brian Pronator's vote. CBLA, what up? He's voting Devon. Chip Ferguson is doing Minda. Let me go down. Crazy Uncle Jim says Devon, no one fights harder. Dan thought this was about arm wrestling. Well, it is 7/8. How is it not? How is it not? Okay, so my vote, and I'll explain why, is going to go to Mindigas Tarasites because Minda had the second most matches of 2025 out of the nominees, and it was never the same opponent. So Devon had 5 matches, but 3 of them were against Alex Gadecha, and we always appreciate how active Devon Larratt is. But look, he's going any category he's in, so he's going to win. So my vote is going to Minda. 4 matches to manhandle Prokopchik 3-0 on the right. Probably had one of the best matches of the year against Giannis Amelins, and he was 2-0 down to win that one. Beat Daniil, beat Hunter. So for me, he gets that one over Devon Larratt as the winner. Okay, can I zoom out? No, can't zoom out at all. 5 matches we could go through and go through that. So the match of the year, there's 5 matches of the year. Archer Morozov, Vitaly Laletin. And I like it because if you're not sure, you can click the link, watch the match. Jerry Caderet, Camille, Jablonski. Don't know if that should be in match of the year. Giannis Amelins, Minda, absolutely. Ryan Bellinger versus Alan Ford. And, of course, Jordan Sonev versus Yevgeny Prudnik. So then when it comes to matches of the year, and I'm sure there were a billion more that were genuine bangers. 2 it's out of 4. I don't think Jerry and Camille are in that one. I really liked the Giannis Amelins, Minda Tarasides. I think Giannis was 2-0 up from memory. I can't remember, but that was a genuine banger. There were some awesome moments happening in the Morozov Vitali match. Can you have 2 matches of the year nomination? Like, I loved the Jordan Sonev Yevgeny Prudnik match, and I thought that was match of the night 2021. But if East versus West don't give it match of the night, can it be nominated for match of the year? Oh, I don't know there. Just having a bit of fun. Now, scrolling down, Ryan Bellinger and Alan Ford from East versus West. For me, that had everything. It opened the show at 18, and it was just exciting. Now, when you're opening the show, there's, there would have been less podcasts, less talks about that match, but I thought that match was an absolute banger. It was just fighting the whole time. I really did enjoy it. That's when Levan beat Erdemies on the right match, but they were second on the card and just went whack. I absolutely loved it. So for me, it's between Giannis Amelins and Minder, Alan Ford and Ryan Bellinger. They were probably the 2 best matches out of this 5. And because I voted for Minder earlier, my vote, Ryan Bellinger, Alan Ford. I mean, a lot of fun matches. Like, I liked Matt Mask and Arakli on the left. First thing that comes to mind. What else do people... All right, let me scroll back up. MG Blast. Oh, you've changed your thing, MG Blast. Yeah, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Give us a chop out. Little Hammer says, bro. What else have we got? People like the Mask and Arakli, Minder, Giannis. What else have we got? Ryan versus Ford was my pick. Ooh, where to see. Jerry's. This is what I find hilarious. So originally, back in the day, East versus West, one of the main reasons it was started and invented was to abolish the King's move. And the King's move it's the most hated move in arm wrestling. People just cry to the hills. They whinge and moan, but yet, because Jerry Caderet in a match, everyone's like, oh, there we're cooking with gas. This is the best thing ever. Make up your mind, arm wrestling world. Make up your mind. The lucky one. Hey, if anyone is right into your female arm wrestler, oh, I'm back. I was saying, she's working her ass off to try and build women's arm wrestling, which is one of the hardest things to do. But if you can, chuck her a sub, say g'day to her. And Lucky's a good person as well. Hence why I like giving her a shout out. The Ford match was awesome. I did enjoy it. Giannis, Minder, round 5 seemed staged. Oh, big call. Big call. It seems staged. My voice just broke then. Yep, that was, we mentioned that at the start of the show. Right. Oh, geez. Just go back a few days ago of a bloke who made a poll about that match. Okay. No one complained when Yoshi kings up. That's awesome. Okay. So my vote will go to there. Rookie of the Year. 7 nominations. Now, this has caused a bit of a stir, but this award celebrates the newcomer who defied expectations and made the most immediate and electrifying entrance into the sport's highest level. So there are your 7 nominees. You've got Jocelyn Brisson trying her best at the press conference. was doing everything she can, you know, shit talk her opponent. Wait, where did it go? In March, she beat Sarah Backman 3-0. I think she went 2-1. Yeah, lost to Gabby and then beat Anna. So she, Jocelyn went 2-1. Richard Bourneman came out the gate. Heavy favourite to win this one. He kicked it off. He beat Wallace Dilly 3-1 on the ride. Beat Pavlo 3-1 when Pavlo got injured. So he went 2-0 and then finished the year 3-1. And the one he lost was the left arm schoolboy match. So he's leading it for me. Jocelyn Brisson only lost to Gabby Vasconcelos. 99.9% of women. There's only one woman that's not losing to Gabby Vasconcelos. So Jocelyn had a good 2025. Ricard went 3-1. Had a good 2025. Bogdan Stoiker went 1-0 and beat Paul Lynn. Now that was an impactful win for sure. So that gives Bogdan extra points. Mayan had that win at the last East versus West. Or was it in November? No, the last one against Jason Merlot on the left. He came in and made a huge impact. Philip Larson, I think the injuries have hurt him as Rookie of the Year. So just double checking. So Philip beat Matt Mask on the right. Did you only have one match, Philip? I feel like you've been around for ages. Oh, that hurts you, Philip. So Philip had that 1-0 against Matt Mask. You got to love Philip Larson. It's really hard to not like Philip Larson. We wish him all the best with the injury. Let me just double check. Yeah, he beat Matt Mask. I thought you had another one. I'm sure people will correct me in the comments. Sineza had one match, and she's the one causing the most controversy because she's been pulling for 20 years. How can she be Rookie of the Year? It's for EvW Sports. Everyone come down. She beat the Swedish girl, the last one, and Arsen beat Andre Sharkovic, went 1-0. So based on that and that alone, my vote has to go. He just had the most matches. Rookie of the Year just went bang. So Richard Bourneman, for me, has to do it. Now, I know when all of us think Rookie of the Year, it's your first year in the sport. Richard Bourneman's been pulling for years. Jocelyn, Bogdan, Mayan, they've all been pulling for years. But it's their first year at EvW. You know, it's like when people have their first year in the NBA. They've been playing basketball for years. So that's the way I'm trying to look at this one. Oh, he did go 1-1. Thank you very much, David Jensen. He did go 1-1. So I'm like, okay, they've played their college basketball, they've played their high school basketball, they're now drafted. Okay. Let me scroll back up. Let me hear all of your ones. Is it possible that an amendment to the rules might need to happen as King's moving takes over? A lot of people seem to not appreciate it or like it. Yeah, but a lot of people do like it. A lot of people do like it. So they keep trying to fix it. There's only, I think, one thing you can do, and that's get rid of it. Otherwise, it is there. Houdini Sports, Ricard, Brickwall, Bourneman. Well, there's a UK puller named James Wall. He's called Brick. Let's go in there. Bogdan for beating Paul. Jocelyn, Jocelyn, love or hate her, was featured 4 times. I thought it was only 3. Let's have a look. Jocelyn 3, never Sarah on the right. Then lost to Gabby. Oh yeah, beat. Yeah, so she went 2-1. Went 2-1. Now I'm not counting the king of the table in the middle of the year. There was a king of the table last year, wasn't there? I'm just counting East versus West. Bogdan. Jocelyn deserves it. Jocelyn lost to Eglay. Where have I missed that? Was that at a king of the table? Was that in 2025? I can't seem to find it. Anyway, I'm predicting Ricard will win. Yeah, but that's not East versus West, buddy. It's not East versus West. You have had an impressive 2025. Absolutely. That's why I was only surprised that you only had the one match. But Rick Heidelberg, that was at Mac. Sandra Shedez, I think, was at a tournament. Wayne Withers was at Mac. So we can only count EvW Sports. Correct? Correct. Come on, Philip. Come on, Philip. I feel robbed because I thought you pulled more than once. So I feel robbed. Yeah, king of the table. See, I haven't counted king of the table. I only counted EvW. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you had a good 2025. Now, if this was mine and Uncle John's award ceremony, we used to count everything. So then you would definitely be up there. Okay, next category, because I'm running out of time. Moment of the year. Moment of the year. We've got the whole King's move. That was certainly exciting. That was brilliant. Round 1 was fantastic. Morozov, Vitali. Round 1 was brilliant. Absolutely loved it. The Giannis Minder one. Look, this one is basically impossible to pick. All 5 of them are really good choices. All 5 of them are really good choices. So I'm happy for all of you to try and persuade my vote. So for me, I'm leaning towards probably Morozov and Vitali. But geez, they were all good. This, I think if you win this category, you've done extremely well. Because a lot of them, in my opinion, are that's like statistics show that's definitely the winner, or Devon will win because he's the most popular. But if you win this category, congratulations, you have done fantastic. We finished talking the rookie of the year. I should have left it till last, so you'd stay. Voted for the King's move for Yoshi Kanai. Brilliant. Oh, I get it. I definitely get it. Going back to Rookie of the Year, I get it. But Ricard pulled 4 times and made a huge impact. I think if Bogdan pulled in January and not December, he'd win Rookie of the Year. Jerry, because it was so unexpected. The Kings move could win twice. Oh my God. So it could win Match of the Year. This is fantastic. Oh, this is fantastic. My moment of the year, and a lot of people aren't going to like it, my moment of the year was Brian Shaw trying to save the East versus West by taking on Strongest Man. When all that shit went down, when the boycott and everything happened, and the tarnishing and trying to wreck EvW Sports, my moment of the year was like Brian Shaw saying, "Hey guys, come the Strongest Man on Earth, and we'll have an East versus West there, and we'll have some matches, and we'll try and salvage and make the best of the bad situation." That's my moment of the year. But if it's coming from one of these rounds, I think I might. What do I want? It's this one. This one's a tough one. So everyone. So the Todd Hutchings, this one here, was that? I don't think that was in 2025, was it? Was that in 2025? But then no one in the category will win because they're all not new to arm wrestling. I see it as new to EvW. I don't know if you saw my analogy earlier, Drew. It's like they've played college basketball, they've played high school basketball, they're now drafted into the NBA. That's how I see this. We've seen you pull anywhere and everywhere. Arm Wars, Monster Factory, AWE. We've seen you pull all over the world. Now you're at EvW. You're a rookie to them. Hey, what's going on, Ricard? So I will pick Morozov and Vitali. Athlete video of the year. For me, the standout is the Erdeby's Gasparini forearm. I thought that was brilliant. Was that in 2025, though? I did not like the Devin and Michael dancing video. I did love the Camille Jerry video. Did you say it could clean up? They could absolutely clean up the awards, them two. That's just great, but I hate that he's injured, so I can't support that. But that was unbelievable. But for me, it's the Erdemis Gasparini forearm video. And I like that they're doing this category because what it then does, it just encourages athletes to be more active. This category is a very smart decision from EvW Sports because then it encourages athletes to put themselves out there more. Like you saw my podcast with Travis Bajan the other day, back in the day, and King of the Table did it as well. You're not getting picked unless you have a social media following. So make good videos like this. Make funny videos. Now, I like this from CBLA. Yes and no. I like it. It makes sense. But then I don't. Whatever video had the most views. But it's a bit unfair because Devon can just post. Devon could just go pick him a nose. Hey, everyone, buy the EVW pay-per-view. 150,000 views. Where someone like a Kalinichenko or Philip Larson, whose support is smaller, make a cracking video and might get 20,000 views, but they don't have the reach. But I do like it. It could, you'd have to do the percentage. All right, Devon has this many followers and he got this, the percentage of it, like measuring someone's body weight. What does everyone say? Levan, I picked Levan's video. We got a lot of Levans in the chat. I'm going the Erdemis Gasparini forearm. I picked that one because forearms aren't sexy. You can't walk along the beach and a woman go, hey, look at his forearms. It was just cool. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed all the videos, and I recommend people, get more active. Best news media of the year. Every great sport needs a voice. This award honors consistent excellence, integrity, and dedication of the media creators keeping the global community informed. For me, I don't know if I can speak too much on this because I only know like 1.5 channels here. Armwrestling News is, I don't even know, a news, I assume a news channel. I'm not familiar with Tom Stubblebine. I went off Concrete Elbow ages ago when he made like a pedophilia reference in a poll a year or two ago. It was something like, if he's underage, but a 10 out of 10, do you still approach? And I'm like, pedophilia jokes, don't. So I'm off Concrete Elbow. I haven't watched Brazilian Armwrestler. I've spoken to him a few times on Instagram. I have heard of Armvox video. They do podcasts and things like that. I'd imagine that Brazilian, Concrete, Tom, and the News are just all the same type of channel. And you guys will correct me in the comments. I don't mean any disrespect by this, but if it's, my understanding would be, I've done a podcast with Devon and Robert Baxter. They've all clipped it and said, Devon Larratt said this about, I used to do it back in the day as well. And it's a good way to get views. And it's a good way to get subscribers and things like that. It's a very easy way to make content. But then I just didn't become a fan of doing it. I just like having a chat. That's why you don't see me like, Brian Shaw just announced his match at Leonidas. I just watched the video and went, oh, yeah, cool. And I'll talk about it on my next live. Very smart from EVW to have this category because a lot of people will want to win an award. I'd imagine, I think Armvox actually has the athletes on their channel. I think they're the only ones. Well, I'm only guessing. Only because I've seen an athlete on their channel. So I like that because they're having the actual athletes of the event on their channel. And if the others are, then fantastic. I do apologize, but I don't really watch YouTube anymore. I just don't have time. So Armvox will definitely get my one, but very strategic and very smart from EvW Sports because now these channels, if they were in the past, they won't anymore. Like if they were critiquing EvW, then they won't. Now they're going to promote them even more. Now all the other YouTube channels are going to promote EvW anymore. Very, very smart from it. I wish all 5 channels the best. One day I'll sit down and watch all 5 channels so I had a better understanding of who the 5 of you are. I wish you all the best. I don't mind the category. I think it's very, very smart. I like it. Okay. What else? Okay, everyone's just all chatting, getting their votes in. Brilliant. Do I consider myself a news channel? No. I'm just a podcast host, a commentator and a podcast host. I don't consider myself a news channel. I used to make those videos back in the day. I just, didn't like it. I'm just like, I'll just talk about stuff and I'll just talk to the athletes. Hopefully, I think it's next week. Next week is Vitali and Nugo. They've agreed to come on the show over the next couple of weeks, so keep your eye out for them. And like a lot of the North American athletes will come on the show for Ask. I'm very lucky there. So I'll just talk to the athletes, and then I think these are the channels that watch all the podcasts, clip, voiceover, or make their own thing. Wish them all the best. Except for pedophilia jokes. They're not for me. Hey, what up, Brad Butler? Hope you're doing well. Happy New Year. Michael Jones says concrete elbow is cringe. But he's found his way, and he's become cringe enough. He's become cringe enough that it's like his theme now, and everyone watches it to see how far. Like when he said Jerry Cataretti's dead, now everyone's like, oh, let's see how cringe he is. So mine goes between Armbox and Brazilian Armwrestler. Armbox, Brazilian, they're my two. I could vote for either way. Thank you very much, Michael Jones. But yeah, when you find your thing and it works, you just keep going to it. Okay. Everyone's saying some channels are neutral. Oh, European Handball Championships. There you go. Armbox is the same, says Drunk Eddie. Yeah, I can't really vote on this one because I don't watch them, but I imagine they would all have some of my content, East versus West podcast, on their channel. Okay. There you go. Everyone's getting it in. Beautiful. I love it. I love that everyone's chatting about it. Good luck to whoever wins that one. Knock yourselves out. But very, very smart from me, EvW Sports, because now these channels and other channels are going to get on board. They're going to try and promote it as much as they can in 2026. And I had a chat with Robert Baxter the other day on camera, but I also had a chat with him off camera. And the one thing he wants to do is work with all the channels. He was on the 98% the other day. He wants to get everyone on board. So I like it. They invite some, like if you live near the area, they're going to invite you. Hey, do some media work at this one. We'll give you a VIP pass. Can you get there? Chuck some stuff on your channel. I like it. They're taking a clearly a different approach to YouTube channels than a do as I say thing that was happening in the past. So good luck to them. Good luck to these channels. Knock yourselves out. Get voting. Fan favorite of the year. Well, this one is Devon will win. Devon will win this one. So I didn't vote for Devon for Athlete of the Year before. So Devon wins. But my vote will go either Matt Mask or Todd Hutchings, because every time I ask them to come on the show, or just about all of them come on the show when I ask. I just have a great relationship with Matt and Todd. They're great. I'm going to go Todd Hutchings. Todd Hutchings will be my vote. And I think Todd Hutchings can actually win this one. Because I think a lot of people like me will be like, oh, Devon's going to win, so I'll pick someone else. I think, yeah, Devon and Matt and Todd will steal votes off each other, and it'll be interesting because LeVar's in there. It is interesting to see how he goes, if he can surpass the most popular arm wrestler in the world. But I will go Todd Hutchings. Okay, so I've got to cast my vote. So I'll move that for a minute. I don't want you mofos having my details. But then I'll show you that I have cast my vote. What is 7 plus 4? You don't have to answer that question, by the way, if you don't know it or don't have your calculator on it, because it doesn't have a star next to it. Neither does your phone number. Sending. Okay, look. Now, if I share my screen again, just so we all know, my vote has been casted. There it is. Thank you for participating in the awards. Your votes have been locked in. And I think next week they're doing a ceremony. Idea has been fantastic. Uncle John and I have been doing it for years. So another idea the arm wrestler and Uncle John have done. Oh, all right. Settle down. Don't get angry. I can vote whoever I want. What kind of logic is that, though? No, it's not the most popular. It is fan favorite. Don't mix the categories. It is fan favorite. So I'm picking my favorite, not the most popular, my favorite. Look, they're all my favorites. I've had LeVar almost try and crush my head. Devon has been a huge supporter of the channel, and I've had dinner at his house. I've had beers with Todd Hutchings and just had a great laugh. Matt and I have shared some breakfasts together and just had some serious conversations when we've hung out. I've been on a bus ride for 3 hours, and I was sat next to Nugo Chikadze. Who else? Oh, I remember turning up in Dubai, and I just turned up, and I'm like, oh, I've quickly got to go get changed. And then the elevator opens, and it's Vitaly, and he's so huge, but he always smiles and hangs out. So it's fan favorite, not most popular. I said Devon will probably win because he's the most popular and he's most of the fans' favorite. I wouldn't be surprised if Todd wins. No, not who. It's not who is the favorite. It's who my favorite is. It's who my favorite is. My God. I can't believe how angry people are because I didn't vote for Devon. Oh, but yeah, you just pick your fan favourite. And I picked Todd. Todd's hilarious. It was between Todd and Matt Mask for that one. It was between Todd and Matt Mask. So I'll be very interested to see who wins it all. Oh, Wonder Bucket, I would put a massive bet on. No, I think Devon voted for Matt Mask. I think I reckon he would have voted for Matt Mask. And I think he would promote Matt Mask winning. So that would be my one. But geez, that was a bit of fun. That was a bit of fun. I don't need to do anything else, do I? No. Okay, brilliant. So there's the there's the vote. So I'd been doing award ceremonies for years, so clearly I like the concept of it. I love like some of the usual categories, match of the year, moment of the year, because people mistake moment of the year being the match of the night. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, because he did that. Well, it wasn't. He got beat pretty easily in a couple of rounds, so it's not really the match. But for me, I like the business side because I like to think both ways, just as a fan of the sport, enjoying it. So I love these categories. And then I like these categories because I'm like, oh, you crafty fuckers. That's very smart of you, Robert Baxter. Very, very smart to do a couple of those categories. So it is brilliant. Yeah, I'm surprised Paul Lynn wasn't in fan favorite. He did pull because my man Smithy here. That would have been a good one. That would have been quite the popular vote, in my opinion. But there you go. Let's see how many I can get right. Let's see how many you can get right. It's going to be fantastic. I'll be interested to see how they do the award ceremony. I'd imagine it's just a live, maybe with the 4 panelists. Ray. What is it, Ray? I'm sure I read it somewhere who the 4 panelists were. Let me see if I can. Where did I see it? And I'll tell you exactly who they are. The panelists. Okay, so it's Robert Baxter, Dexter Shinaza, or however you say her name, Coach Ray, and Ivan Schiaroni. Okay, so there's 5 on the panel, and they're in the process of adding 2 more panelists. Okay, so there you go. So there's probably going to be 7. There's going to be 7 panelists. So that's not bad. So they take... Okay, cool. So that'll be Houdini Sports. I do like your moment of the year for sure. Alrighty, that's me done. I've got a big 48 hours coming up outside of the arm wrestling world. So wish me all the best of luck. But more importantly, guys, for the rest of today and for tomorrow, if you can all do me one big favor, maybe 2 big favors. That'd be brilliant. Number 1, message a friend that you haven't heard from in a while, whether they're happy all the time or sad all the time. Just send them a text message and go, hey, mate, haven't heard from you for a while. Just checking in. Hope you and the family are well. Just send that to someone. Just check in. You just never know. And number 2, smile. Just smile. Smile for the rest of tonight. Smile for tomorrow, because the world is so much better when people are smiling. Just be happy. Be excited that you've woken up and you've got another 24 hours to have a crack at this beautiful thing called life. Do those 2 things, and I'm telling you, the world's a better place if you all do those 2 things. Not that hard. Message someone. Haven't heard from you in a while. I did it yesterday to my mate Paul. Said, hey, we haven't had a beer in ages. What's going on, buddy? Let's catch up and have a beer. And, of course, I'll smile because I can hear my wife making breakfast right there. So when I press the end stream button, I'm just going to go see the most beautiful woman in the world with the 2 most beautiful girls upstairs. Beautiful. Love it, Beata. Love it, love it, love it. Right, I'm out of here. If you're watching this later, give me all of your predictions in the comments. I'm very interested, probably in match of the year and moment of the year. Probably just give me those 2. That'd be great. Oh, yeah, chuck in rookie of the year. Right, I'm out of here. You guys are awesome. I'll hopefully have Vitaly and Nugo on the show next week. Be happy.